soldiers of the Reich, this evening our hearts are filled with gratitude. Divine Providence has given us a sure sign that the Führer's mission will be fulfilled. It is now your duty to deliver the final decisive blows against the cowards who committed this contemptible crime against our party, our Germany, our Führer. Heil Hitler! Sieg Heil! 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 Sieg Heil!
Our orders are directly from the Führer! Arrest the traitors!
My God, what's happening? It's our army.
What do they look like?
They look like us!
What is this? And whose order? Declare the Führer oath!
Seal off the upper floors!
Stauffenberg.
It's Walter. We're overrun.
Don't resist. Get out of the building if you can.
Stauffenberg! They're all over the place.
It's all over, Klaus. We are done. I am done.
The trial, Friedrich. We don't want to miss that little circus.
Stauffenberg is right, Albrecht. For the sake of history, we must live to tell the facts.
Was hier drüben? Aufbrechen! Halt! Keine Bewegung! Halt euer Feuer! Hands up!
I have no hands.
Declare the Führer oath!
Never!
Hold your fire!
This is Stauffenberg. He is the one. He is the one.
Los, Straße frei! Durchfahren! Ja, das kommt schon drauf an. Wir müssen jetzt nicht weiter. Was sagen Sie denn hier? Ich kann nichts sehen. Ja, mein Panzer, der steckt hinten da hinten. Oh. Wir müssen beladen hier drüben.
Marshal Rommel?
Come into what's left of my headquarters.
You wanted to see me, sir.
Yes. You are being reassigned to Berlin.
May I ask the reason why?
They have decided not to waste your talents any longer in a losing cause. You are apparently being groomed, Stauffenberg. Congratulations.
It's all the same. I prefer to remain here in Africa with my men.
You mean what's left of your men? But don't despair. We'll all be following you north very soon. At least those who can escape capture.
With respect, sir, we cannot abandon the Tunis bridgehead.
We have no choice. The Führer has seen to that. We sacrifice German lives for nothing. But then I'm sure this isn't clearly news to you.
I suppose not.
Hitler's even infiltrated our army with his manic SS. This isn't good. This is a war which we cannot win. The Führer calls me a pessimist. What is your opinion, Stauffenberg?
It's not my place.
Humor me.
You are a realist.
And the Führer?
Mad, I am afraid.
Dangerous words, Count Stauffenberg.
Dangerous times, Marshal Rommel.
Your husband is alive, Frau Stauffenberg, but he has sustained several extremely debilitating and disfiguring injuries.
What room is he in?
In room 7.
Enough.
First you refuse pain medication, then you refuse sleeping pills. You will not refuse your dinner.
My God, is it breakfast already? I told you I have had enough.
You are not giving orders today, my dear Colonel.
Nina.
I'm with you now. I'm with you, Klaus.
Have you spoken with the doctor?
He says you're very lucky to be alive.
My eyes, Nina. What did he say about my eyes?
One is lost. The other will heal. I thought you knew.
The children?
With my mother. They can't wait to see their papa. Now, Klaus, please take something. You must keep up your strength. Come. The war is over for us now, Klaus. It's over for us.
Ah, Berto. Oh, Valerie. My little Franz. I have missed you so much.
All right, now everybody take your seats. We have another special surprise today. For lunch, Papa's favorite.
I remember. Lamb.
May I help you?
Thank you, Hilda. So you would make a clown of your father?
No, I want to do it myself.
Such a fuss, Franz.
Klaus, let me do that for you.
I think you'd better. It's not so bad, Franz, being treated like a king.
When will your hand grow back, Papa? It won't ever grow back. He lost it in the war.
I have an idea. We'll all have a game of soccer. How would that be? I can still play soccer, I suppose.
Gestapo. They've had me under surveillance for years now, ever since my resignation as Chief of Staff in '38. But they've yet to bring me in.
Himmler must think you will lead him to the others that oppose Hitler, General Beck.
You do realize you could be placing yourself in jeopardy by coming here, Klaus?
I've come to pay my respects to the former Chief of Staff of the German Army.
You're right. That's hardly subversive.
What do you want me to do, Ludwig?
Self-pity does not suit your youth, Stauffenberg. What I want is for you to get it out of your head. Morphine. They omitted to tell me just how long a man can be expected to live with half his stomach removed. But I intend to die fighting for the fatherland.
Why did you resign? You had Hitler's ear. You were a voice of reason.
Reason died when Hitler crossed the border into Czechoslovakia. But that's history. I'm a private citizen now, just like you, apparently.
We can play chess together in the park with pigeons at our feet and swap war stories.
The future is what should concern you. The future of Germany. You will see much more of it than I will. Listen. 3 days ago, an attempt was made on Hitler's life. A bomb was planted on his airplane in eastern Prussia. But it failed to detonate. Time is running out. Hitler must be killed before the Allies invade the continent. We must negotiate peace before we are forced into an unconditional surrender.
This is Radio Berlin, speaking to you from the office of the Propaganda Ministry.
The resignation of Mussolini will be 60 on Thursday came with the full knowledge of the Führer 6 days after their meeting in Verona. And in Sicily, armored Wehrmacht divisions continue to repel the northward advance by British and American invaders.
Thank you, Dr. Goebbels. We will repel the Allies all the way to Berlin.
While our armies are winning on all major fronts, we must be prepared and stand by our...
thank God for giving us this second chance. I thank God for bringing you back to me and the children.
I hardly know them anymore.
Give it time, darling. Stefan George again.
Yes.
Why don't you read it to me?
The Antichrist. The Lord of all vermin enlarges his kingdom. Lacking no treasures, no luck ever fails. And down with the rest of the rebels. You cheer and delight in the devilish hoax. You squander the rest of the earlier strength. You'll be safe in the shelter, Franz.
Come on, come on. Klaus, give him to me. Come back to bed, Klaus.
I am asking for reassignment, Nina. I must return to duty.
Administering to the reserve army is a rather tame business after the 10th Panzer Division. Be seated.
I have lost my taste for battle, General Ulbricht.
Yes, well, I'm sure you have. We're all pencil pushers here, Stauffenberg. Don't expect too much excitement, unless, of course, the enemy should arrive next week at the Brandenburg Gate.
An Allied invasion is inevitable.
Whilst I am reluctant to discourage independent thought amongst my staff, Stauffenberg, I would suggest that you keep any questionable opinions to yourself. You are in Berlin now.
As you wish, General.
We are all answerable to General Flom. You will have a meeting with him when he gets back from his conference with the Fuhrer. He is expecting an armament and troop strength analysis from you as soon as it is completed. Dismissed.
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler. Oh, Stauffenberg. Former General Beck sends his regards.
I barely know the man. I've only met him once or twice. I assume, then, that General Beck is a friend of yours.
Assumptions can be dangerous, Colonel. Beck has lost many friends since his resignation. Guilt by association, you see.
As I told you, General, I barely know the man.
I understand he is terminally ill.
Then I suppose the Fuhrer will be spared the price of a bullet.
This is the Information Ministry broadcasting today from Berlin. Our Führer has announced that more food and armaments will be shipped to the military sectors in support of our great army. All citizens during this period of shortages and rationing must be strong in Germany's time of need. In support of the German nation, our armed forces will be victorious against our enemy.
What do you think? Lunch.
Gehen Sie zum Konzert heute Abend?
We must make this quick. What do you need to know?
Ulbricht, can he be trusted?
Ask him yourself.
So you don't know the man?
I lied.
Very wise. I was unsure of you, too. Now we can get on with it.
The resistance is alive in the army. The soldiers despise the SS. A half-dozen field commanders are already in the fold. We are widespread, but lack organization. That's where you come in, Klaus.
You are above suspicion.
For now. Who else is with us?
A smattering of civilians, politicians, some clergy, anyone with a shred of sanity left.
Boss.
It has been forced upon us by our enemies. National Socialist heroes, your words ring loud and clear. Our spirits shall never crumble.
I will be recognized here. I must go. Yes, let's not press our luck.
Operation Valkyrie, Klaus. Do you know it?
Valkyrie, yes. A reserve army mobilization to defend Berlin.
Use it.
For every German home destroyed by Allied bombing, 1,000 homes across the English Channel. For every life lost from a German family, 1,000 lives across the English Channel. Retribution is at hand. A new and terrible weapon is being prepared that will strike down the enemy and annihilate him.
Yes, the enemy.
This war is a war of national defense.
The meeting is concluded. Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
So, you propose Turin instead Valkyrie?
Yes, it may be necessary in the case of an uprising.
Your refinements are ingenious, Stauffenberg. And just for the record, the concept was mine, but you were responsible for the design and execution, understood?
Of course, General Fromm.
The Führer has been doubting the loyalty of the SS. He doesn't trust Himmler. His paranoia will work nicely to our advantage. We will submit this to the Führer as soon as possible.
May I ask you a hypothetical question?
It's a free world, so to speak.
If it came down to an all-out struggle between our army and the SS, where would you stand?
With those left standing, Stauffenberg, I'm not a fool. Are you?
I hope not, General Fromm.
You've seen combat, Stauffenberg, and you've paid the price. Is this war still winnable? Or are you a cripple for nothing?
I love Germany, General Fromm. I have no regrets.
Except when you try to put your boots on in the morning, huh, Stauffenberg?
We can no longer win this war.
Bravo, Colonel. Hitler's folly has made a mockery of the Wehrmacht. Astrologers, psychics, and amateurs. This is our war council. No wonder we are doomed. No wonder we are doomed.
Sind Ihre Unterlagen dabei?
He bought it.
Can he be trusted?
No.
Halt! Etwas? Permission to pass.
Mein Führer, I suggest that you consider my latest chart, which indicates that Saturn will soon align with the Moon. And it is the opinion of Reichsführer Himmler, Dr. Goebbels, and myself, mein Führer, that the planets will guarantee our ultimate victory. I have prepared detailed astrological charts which predict a great victory for Germany in the latter half of April, followed by peace in August.
Wo dir
That would be 1945. In less than 2 years, mein Führer.
Prepare new charts, dismiss.
My stomach, you see, is quite sensitive these days. Dr. Morel tells me to avoid any excess of salt and spices.
Sorry to disturb you, my friend. Time to complete his assignment.
No.
It's your attention that we need. I had to disturb you.
No! This is incompetent and unacceptable! No delays! If Eichmann needs more trains for the resettlement, then have him requisition the armaments department!
As you wish, my Führer.
Cigarettes, Stauffenberg. A dirty habit, especially at mealtimes.
Forgive me, mein Führer.
I've read your new Valkyrie reports, Stauffenberg. At last, a staff officer with some imagination. Proceed with implementation. And be prepared to report directly to me on the disposition of reserve troop strength.
Yes, mein Führer.
I do require one slight adjustment to procedure, however. General Fromm is Home Army Commander, and only he will have the authority to issue the Valkyrie alert. Fromm needs something to do besides sharpening pencils. I have a question for you, Fromm.
Yes, mein Führer.
Of all the animals on the face of the earth, which do you think is the strongest?
Well, wouldn't that be the elephant?
That's correct. The elephant is indeed the strongest animal. But he also cannot stand meat.
I'll be staying at the apartment provided by the ministry. It's in the center of Berlin.
But this going to the apartment, Klaus, I still don't understand the necessity of it. Where will you take your meals?
I will be fine, Nina.
What difference can one officer make?
Understand me, Nina. Every officer on the general staff must accept his share of responsibility for this madness.
But what can you do?
I don't know. I suppose I can try to put an end to it.
Yes, you can try, Klaus, but what if you fail? What will they do to you? To all of us?
Germany will be destroyed unless some action is taken. You would not expect me to sit by and do nothing. Unfortunately, just killing the man isn't enough. We must prepare a political strategy for the aftermath. If Hitler simply murdered, the party will deify him and then return to business as usual. The Nazi party must perish along with him. Operation Valkyrie will enable us to take control of the government, seize Berlin, and then we will arrest Goebbels, Himmler, and Goering. And if necessary, we will kill them too.
We must get support from as many field commanders as we can muster. Rommel is essential.
I think Rommel may be ripe for the picking. We have to pray that those still loyal to the Fuhrer will fall in line once he is dead. And the first thing we must do is to liberate the concentration camps and stop the slaughter.
Then we make peace with the West.
Yes. If they are still interested.
on to Bertold's hand. Don't let go. The shelter. Valerie, where's your brother? Where's Bertold?
Let go, Mama!
Hold on to Franz with all your might. Go, go! Bertold! 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 Bertold!
Mama, Mama!
Oh, let me see you. Let me see you. My Bertold.
We're safe in here, Mama. They won't drop a bomb on the clowns.
No. No, Bertold. No.
Radio Berlin reports that the Allied forces staged a surprise air attack yesterday at Schweinfurt and outside of Berlin. Our German army shot down 60 American aircraft. German casualties are believed to be minimal.
Guns aren't allowed anywhere near the Fuhrer. He's never without a bulletproof vest. Even his hat is lined with steel plating.
Not to mention an impenetrable cordon of SS bodyguards. It will have to be a bomb. There is no other way.
Time-delayed explosion is too risky. The attempt on his plane at Smolensk proved that.
The bomb must be taken to the Fuhrer and detonated instantly.
In other words, we are looking for a man who is willing to commit suicide.
I suggest we find him.
Hello, Klaus.
Nina, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I needed to see you.
I am just leaving. Good night, Frau von Stauffenberg.
You should have called first, Nina.
Well, yes, I would have. But you don't have a telephone here, remember?
Yes. Telephones invite surveillance. Hilda's with the children.
Yes, yes, of course.
Are they well?
Yes, very. We all took in the circus yesterday.
The circus. It's late. You should stay the night. But you must promise me, Nina, that you will never come here again.
Please tell me what's happening here.
It is not your place to know. Although I think you already do.
Why you, Klaus? Why does it have to be you? Haven't you given enough for your country? What about us? What about your family?
Nina, Germany must come first. You knew that when we married. You have always known that.
Last week, Franz asked me who the man in the uniform was. A fair question. Don't you agree, Klaus?
I am a soldier, Nina. It is all that I know.
Yes, you were born to it. And you will die to it.
I have work. Good night.
At least you have passion for something.
Killing Hitler is not an act of passion.
Then it is true.
Killing Hitler is an act of reason.
Interessiert euch nicht so. Ich habe Einfluss.
Do you have family, Axel?
No, I was an only child. My parents are both dead.
Sorry. It makes it easier, I suppose. For both of us, really.
Yes.
When will this happen?
We haven't an exact date. You'll be summoned from the front of Fuhrer headquarters. There will be a modeling demonstration of new parade uniforms. You will be wearing one of the new prototype uniforms. Underneath it will be a bomb equipped with a 4-second fuse. You will throw yourself on the Fuhrer and detonate it.
I see. It's a good plan, I think.
Are you absolutely sure about this?
No. But if you order me to do it, I will do it.
You know I cannot, Axel.
If I do this, will God forgive me?
I hope God will forgive us all.
I've tried to forgive myself, Colonel von Stauffenberg, but it's really quite useless. Please understand me. I've done questionable things.
I do understand. Axel.
6 months ago, my unit was in the Ukraine, and the order came down to assemble the entire Jewish population. We marched them onto a field on the outskirts of town, and we distributed shovels. And we ordered them to dig a huge pit, their own grave. It took 2 days. It gave them no food, no water. When the hole was deep enough, we ordered them to strip naked and lie down inside, bodies on top of bodies. A little boy asked me why. It was a light snow falling, and I remember thinking how warm it must have felt for them, flesh on flesh. And then we turned our guns on them.
You are under orders, Axel.
Yes, I keep telling myself that.
I know.
I've never met him, actually. I've always wanted to meet the Fuhrer. Now I will.
Captain Den Busche,
Yes, Colonel?
how long is your leave?
4 days. Now, you must all promise to take very good care of these medals. And whenever you look at them, maybe you think of me, huh?
Jawohl.
Jawohl.
Mama, look at my medal.
See, it's very beautiful. Dinner's ready. Go wash your hands. Axel, you shouldn't have.
I hope you don't mind, Frau von Stauffenberg. It pleased them so much.
Do you have children?
No.
Are you married?
No, actually, I'm engaged.
Well, you have quite a way with children. I think you make a wonderful father. Don't you think so, Klaus?
Yes. He would. Father, can the Church grant absolution to a murderer?
According to canon law, only the Holy Father in Rome can grant absolution for such an act. Who is this man, my son?
A soldier. Right on time. Marshal Rommel.
Count Stauffenberg. So we meet again. Officially, the purpose of this meeting is to discuss home army reinforcements for the invasion front. Understood?
God be willing, we can prevent this invasion from ever taking place.
God hasn't anything to do with it, Stauffenberg. Apparently you do.
A petition was submitted to Himmler and the Ministry of Interior calling for the cessation of all political and religious persecution within the Reich.
Yes, I'm familiar with that. I've given it my support.
I need to know just how far your support will reach.
My only allegiance is to our army.
You are the only one who can prevent a civil war after we take action. Will you stand behind the movement?
I need assurances. When Hitler is arrested, he must be brought before a German court and tried for his crimes.
That is our intention.
I have no moral objections to killing the Führer, you understand. Killing is my business. My reasons are purely political. He is enough of a god in the eyes of the German people as it is. I don't want to make a martyr out of him.
Then we have your cooperation.
I think it is my duty to come to the rescue of Germany. We must restore the honor of our army. But time is of the essence, Stauffenberg. So make it quick. I wonder, would we find any of this business necessary if we were winning the war?
If we were winning this war, Marshal Rommel, it would be all the more reason to be rid of him.
Yes. Well, as for myself, I suppose we leave that question to the historians.
I don't recall giving you orders to fly to France.
I was summoned to conference by Field Marshal Rommel.
For what reason?
To discuss the availability of reserve troops and armaments for the invasion front.
You lie, Stauffenberg. I have information which indicates you've been conducting a variety of unauthorized activities under the cloak of official business.
I don't understand what you mean.
Don't patronize me, Stauffenberg. I'm your commanding officer. Did you actually think you can commit treason under my nose without my catching wind of it?
The thought hadn't occurred to me.
Perhaps my use of the word treason is inappropriate. It is, after all, only a question of perspective.
Just what is your perspective, General Fromm?
I quite like the view I have from the top of the fence. But I suppose I could still order your arrest.
You won't.
Yes. There's always the chance you might pull this thing off.
We could use your support.
I'm sure you could. And you'll have it. If you succeed.
Will that be all?
No, Stauffenberg. That will not be all. I want a guarantee. I want your word of honor as an officer of the Wehrmacht that when the time comes, that I will be protected. Promise me that I will be spared from the clean-out. Well, what will it be, Stauffenberg? You give me your word of honor now, or I swear to God, I'll bring down you and your little revolution right this minute.
Then you have my word.
My compliments, Stauffenberg.
I haven't seen him for weeks.
I'm sure he would be here if he were able. There is a war going on.
Yes, while you listen to the war on the radio, my children and I run to the bomb shelter. Don't talk to me about war, Mother. You are not living through a war out here, and you may thank God for it.
If you were honest with yourself, Nina, you would admit that your anger with me is misplaced.
You are quite right, Mother. Forgive me.
I should not have to remind you of your responsibilities to your husband. It is your duty as the wife of an officer. Germany will prevail in this struggle, and it will prevail only because of the commitment of men like Klaus.
The war is lost, Mother.
The least you can do is to stand by him. Our very way of life is at stake right now.
Our way of life? You don't know how right you are. Himmler once said that the barons were no better than the Jews. And we both know what is happening to the Jews.
Yes, I have heard the rumors. But there is no proof of any wrongdoing.
We'll have plenty of proof before very long. And what about Goebbels' suggestion that at the end of the war there should be a mass execution of the aristocracy in the Lustgarten in Berlin?
Harmless rhetoric, my dear. The aristocracy has been the backbone of Germany for hundreds of years. It will always be so. Something that will always endure, or should. Like the devotion of a wife to her husband. Dinner will be at 8.
I hear that the troops are moving to the Russian front. Ah.
Where's Bertold?
I don't know. Look, there's Papa. It's Papa, it's Papa. He came to visit us.
Tomorrow I return to Berlin.
Thank you, Klaus.
Very good. Come closer.
That's close enough! No!
What is it?
A bad dream. I
asked a man to die.
Hello. Klaus. Klaus.
Stauffenberg. When? Of course I understand. The Allies have just landed on the coast of France.
The invasion has shifted priorities. The uniform presentation has been cancelled.
Did you get word to Dambusha?
Yes.
The Allies will not negotiate with a new government, even with Hitler dead.
They won't stop until they reach Berlin.
So, gentlemen, if indeed the war is lost, perhaps the proper course of action will be to let Hitler live.
No. No. The people of Germany will not be shielded from the terrible truth of this man forever. Sooner or later, we will all be held accountable for what this man has done. This assassination must be attempted. We must prove to the world that in Germany, Germans dared to risk their lives for it. Compared to this, nothing matters.
All right. But how? Who? We are back to square one.
I must carry the bomb.
You can't be serious.
I will plant a bomb with a delayed fuse and be back in Berlin before the corpse is cold.
I will not allow it.
We have been denying the obvious. I am the perfect candidate. Only I have direct access to the target, and I must be prepared to do whatever I might ask of another officer. I am the finger on the trigger. Supreme Headquarters, Wolf's Lair, July 18, 1545 hours. Marshal Keitel, very urgent to Colonel Stauffenberg, OKW, Berlin. Proceed Wolf's Lair for Führer Conference, 1300 hours, Thursday, July 20.
Stauffenberg. He's waiting for you down there.
Is everything ready?
Yes. 2 kilos of plastic explosive. Fuses attached, acid capsule burn. You'll arm the bomb with these. They've been modified. You see, if you break the glass capsule, which is inside this copper tube, the acid will eat through a wire, releasing a spring. Then the firing pin will strike the percussion cap.
How much time do I have?
10 minutes. You only have 10 minutes after the capsule is broken. Though you shouldn't need it. The situation conference will be held in a concrete bunker. The walls are 10 feet thick. The explosion will be nicely contained. Everyone inside will be obliterated. Instantly. In other words, get out.
What are you doing, Papa?
Bertolt, get back to the shelter.
I can't sleep. When will all the noise stop?
If we all say our prayers, Bertolt, it won't be too long. And the night will be so quiet that
The only sound you'll hear will be the crickets and the wind.
You're leaving?
We may not see each other for a few days.
Why? Where are you going?
Do you have plans to go into Berlin today?
Yes, I thought I would take the children to the cinema.
Keep the children inside and stay close to the radio.
Why? What is it?
Something is going to happen.
I'm afraid.
I am afraid too. I have always loved you, Nina.
Achtung, eine Durchsage. Die Messerschmittstaffel 3 muss betankt werden. Bitte die Tankfahrzeuge dahin beordern. Die Heike muss beladen werden.
Estimated arrival was near 10:15, Colonel.
This is Beck speaking. Are you feeling well today?
Papers. Colonel von Stauffenberg for the Führer Conference.
Die Hunde darüber. Alles klar.
All right, pass.
the Fuhrer that the General Staff is assembled.
Yes, sir. Here are the reports, mein Führer.
How do you like my new trousers, Linger?
Very nice, mein Führer.
I'm receiving Il Duce this afternoon. Il Duce deserves my new trousers. Don't you think?
Yes, mein Führer.
Your tea is ready, mein Führer.
Don't interrupt!
Don't interrupt. I feel strange. I hope nothing's going to happen to me.
Nothing will, mein Führer.
But you must be sure to get to sleep at a normal time.
And don't forget your exercise.
I cannot allow myself to become sick. There's no one in Germany that can replace me at this difficult time. Among millions, I'm the one they found. I must survive this crisis. And I will!
These are Colonel von Stauffenberg's papers.
Colonel von Stauffenberg? Yes. You may pass. Up.
Pass auf, Gerda.
What is it today, Madolyn?
Test of Viren, mein Führer. The very best of the bull.
You mean the steer, don't you, Madolyn?
Yes, mein Führer.
Stauffenberg. General von Giebel. Are you clear on procedure?
After the explosion, I confirmed what he's dead, telephoned Albrecht in Berlin with the code, and then cut off all telephone, telegraph, and radio communications. Good luck.
Tell him I'll return after the meeting.
Colonel von Stauffenberg. There has been a change in plans.
A change?
Yeah, the conference has been moved up 30 minutes. The Fuhrer needs to be free to greet Mussolini this afternoon. The Duce has become like a house pet to the Fuhrer ever since he liberated him from prison.
I understand. Damn this infernal heat.
We decided to switch the conference from the bunker to the map room. At least we'll have some open windows. That bunker is stuffier than a tomb.
Excuse me. Forgive me, but I would like to change into a fresh shirt.
It's time.
I need a place that's private. I'm sure you understand, given my handicaps.
Very well. Entfernt.
My room is nearby.
You'll only have 10 minutes.
Come along, von Stauffenberg. The Führer is waiting.
Verdammt noch mal, wo sind die Hunde?
These reports are of no value. And what's more, they're 24 hours late. Now, what is the overall position on the Russian front? Hashiga?
Increasingly strained, mein Führer. The Russian army has renewed their attacks on our forces on all major sections. Our troops are stretched far too thinly.
Good, let's go.
Colonel von Stauffenberg, I'm expecting an urgent call from Berlin. Please inform me the moment it comes.
Yes, Colonel. Stauffenberg, come along. The meeting has already started.
It will be next to impossible to prevent a junction of the two main Russian penetrations of our front.
Mein Führer, Colonel von Stauffenberg, is here to report on the new mobilization.
No, we'll come to that later. First, we'll finish with Hausinga.
Stand to my left.
We cannot get reinforcements to the front in time. The only conclusion possible for us to draw is that the 13th Army will soon be completely cut off by the Russians.
I have had enough of this defeatist mentality, Hausinga! The general government forces will fight their way through and relieve them. And we'll fight until we get a peace which secures the life of the German nation for the next 500, for the next 1,000 years. The battle cannot be won, Hausinga, unless there is an iron will behind it. There can only be one victor in this war. Either
What
Germany
now,
or
von
the Soviet
Stauffenberg?
Union.
The latrine.
I must call Berlin.
Make it quick.
But, mein Führer, you are neglecting to see our current situation.
Excuses. All I hear from my staff are vain excuses. You'll carry out my orders. This war will decide whether the Germans...
No calls yet, Colonel von Staff.
Every individual. And you're all cowards, I say. You'll fight until the end.
Open.
Open.
The situation in the East Prussian sector is increasingly critical. The Russian forces are advancing quite rapidly. A major Russian striking force west of the Duna is wheeling around to the north.
Duna can be held, Hausinga!
When I give the signal, start the engine.
The Russian army has moved several hundred miles closer to East Prussia.
Your staff is all incompetent. This information is incorrect.
We have no defense against them. Our supply lines are stretched, and there is no fuel.
There. You will reinforce our troops there, along this border post. You will not disobey.
If we fail to withdraw the army group around Lake Peipus, the catastrophe...
Achtung! Schwere Explosion im Abschnitt 1. Ärzte und Sanitäter werden erwartet.
Halt! Wer sind Sie? Ausweichen!
There's been an explosion. No one has clearance to
My
pass.
orders are from the Fuhrer himself.
But I have orders.
You will open this gate immediately. My mission is urgent.
Approval from Colonel von Stauffenberg to pass.
Sämtliche Einheiten zum Abschnitt Ja, leicht. Fertig, halt! Fertig! Bleibt denn ja! Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
Eine Explosion im Hauptquartier.
I have orders to proceed to Berlin.
You may pass.
We should have gotten word by now.
Albrecht. Finished? Is it finished? We have a problem.
The bomb exploded?
Yes, but the Fuhrer, I'm not sure the code it was garbled. He might still be alive. Come.
You must be absolutely certain, Dietz, that Colonel von Stauffenberg had his briefcase with him when he left the conference.
Yes, sir, yes. I remember. It looked so heavy, it was bulging.
Damn!
No, wait. The cigarette. He put a cigarette in his mouth as he passed me. He had nothing else in his hands. I'm sure of it.
As soon as those trousers have been photographed, I want them sent to Fräulein Braun for safekeeping.
Yes, mein Führer.
My right arm's asleep, Morel. What does it mean?
You'll be fine, mein Führer.
Speak up, Morel. I can't hear you. There's a ringing. Do you hear it?
Your eardrum may be broken.
My Führer, we now know that the explosion was not from an aerial bombing. It was sabotage. Colonel von Stauffenberg.
Stauffenberg. They can't kill me. Don't they know that by now? What about the others?
Brandt, Schmund, Korten, and the stenographer were killed instantly, mein Führer. Several others are gravely wounded.
But nothing's happened to me. Just think of it. I'm the child of fate. Providence has spared me to complete my mission. My destiny will be fulfilled.
We must issue the Valkyria alert immediately.
What if he's still alive?
The capital must be seized, Albrecht, now.
Stauffenberg's plane will land at Ransdorf within the hour.
We will wait for Stauffenberg.
Platzone die Räder!
We are through.
Has it started?
Herr Giebel's message was garbled, Klaus. We decided to wait.
Exercise finished! Albrecht, understand? Finished! Issue the Valkyrie alert immediately!
Yes.
Enter. We have just received a report. The Fuhrer has been assassinated. What? I recommend that you authorize the Valkyrie alert immediately and transfer all executive powers to the armed forces.
I need confirmation first.
Phone headquarters, then.
Get me Keitel at Wolf's Lair.
But communications are out.
Exactly. Proof enough.
General Fromm for Marshal Keitel. Wilhelm, it's Friedrich. Rumors are afloat in Berlin. What's happened at headquarters?
An attempt has been made on the life of the Fuhrer, but he is only slightly injured, thank God.
I understand.
By the way, have you seen anything of your Chief of Staff, Colonel von Stauffenberg?
No. Well, you can breathe easily, gentlemen. The Führer is alive.
I was informed Hitler was dead.
It's finished.
Stauffenberg.
Hitler is dead.
Klaus, he just spoke with Keitel. Hitler is alive.
Keitel is a liar. I set off a bomb during my conference with the Führer. I saw the blast myself. No one who was in that room can still be alive.
Your assassination attempt failed, Stauffenberg. I suggest you shoot yourself at once.
Don't be a fool, Fromm.
And if the cripple can't manage it, an accommodation will be made. You others are under arrest.
I think you are mistaken.
Let go of me!
You don't seem to grasp who is in power now, Fromm. It is we who are arresting you.
Attention all field commanders on all military frequencies. The Führer, Adolf Hitler, is dead. The Home Guard has assumed control of the government. In this hour of extreme danger, the citizens of Germany will be protected, and to maintain law and order, the Home Guard has declared a military...
Now we have them, Keitel. The cowards. If they had the courage at least to shoot me, I'd have some respect, but no. They didn't want to risk their lives. The spineless weaklings, I'll exterminate them. All my enemies. I'll exterminate them all.
Yes. Ja, Herr Reichsführer. I have Dr. Goebbels on the line, mein Führer. He is most pleased that you were spared.
Goebbels, listen carefully. The Home Guard will attempt to arrest you.
Amateurs. This will go down in history as the Phantom Coup. I didn't even have the intelligence to disconnect my telephone.
Herr Reichsminister, the Home Guard is now seizing the building.
Cyanide. Just in case.
Aufpassen! Fest rein, Sie sind weiter schneller! Keine Bewegung! Jetzt rein an! Beweg dich!
Dr. Goebbels, it is my duty to inform you that you are now under arrest.
What is your name?
Major Raymer, commander of the Guard Battalion.
Well, Raymer, it would appear you have forgotten your oath of allegiance to the Führer.
I answer now only to my commanding officer, General von Haase. The Führer is dead.
Rumors, rumors. Hitler is alive. I spoke with him myself not 20 minutes ago. An ambitious little cabal of gangster generals has perpetrated this obscenity, Raymer. What we have here is a case of treason, pure and simple, the filthiest treason in history. But the Führer lives. Listen to me, Raymer. You have been blessed by fate with a divine responsibility. Wouldn't you like to live forever, Raymer? It is your destiny. This is your chance. Don't throw it away. Grab hold of history, Raymer.
I'm not. I don't know.
I'm going to call the Führer now, Raymer, so you can speak with him yourself. Adolf Hitler should be able to countermand the orders of your General von Haase, don't you think? Get me Wolf's Lair.
This is your Führer, Raymer. I'm promoting you to the rank of colonel effective as of this moment. Every officer in Berlin, regardless of rank, is now under your command. Now, you are to secure the capital and restore order immediately. By brutal armed force, if necessary.
Jawohl, mein Führer. Jawohl.
What's wrong?
There is an official broadcast from the propaganda ministry.
This is Propaganda Minister Goebbels broadcasting from Berlin. Earlier today, an attempt was made on the Führer's life with explosives. The Führer himself suffered no injuries beyond light burns and bruises. We believe that this attack is the work of the Allied forces who were
I felt
able
the
to
heat of the blast on my
infiltrate our
face.
security.
Nobody could have survived that explosion. Stauffenberg. All orders are to be carried out immediately. The broadcast is a trick.
It's falling apart.
Yes. It is very likely that counter orders will be issued from Führer headquarters. Don't believe them.
This station will continue to broadcast the latest official announcements. Our Führer, Adolf Hitler, will speak to the German people later tonight.
I want machine guns at 5-meter intervals around the perimeter. Stop all traffic. No one enters or leaves the sector. I'll take 2 squads with me.
It's Walter. We're overrun.
Don't resist. Get out of the building if you can.
Declare the Führer off! Declare the Führer off!
I swear by God that sacred oath that I will render unconditional obedience to Adolf Hitler, the Führer of the German Reich and people.
They're all over the place. Ludwig, are you all right? Please, some more.
Morphine, anyone?
Nina, it's Klaus. I love you.
Halt, keine Bewegung! Da ist er! Hinterher! Halt euer Feuer! Hold your fire!
He is the one.
You are all under arrest for treason.
Well, Fromm. I see you stand with those left standing.
I was your commanding officer, Fromm. You will allow me to draw the consequences of this unhappy situation myself.
Ludwig. No speeches. Back. Do what you have to do. Help the old gentleman.
Don't touch him!
All right. Take your time.
You're fooling yourself, Fromm. It is over for you too. We share the same danger.
I hereby inform you that a summary court-martial has just passed the death sentence on 4 officers. General Ulbricht, Colonel von Grenheim, Lieutenant von Haften, and that you will carry out this sentence in a courtyard.
My orders are only to arrest these men.
The execution order has just come down from Führer headquarters.
Bremer! Listen to me. He is lying.
Take them out.
God told Abraham that he would spare Sodom if 10 just men could be found in the city. Maybe he will spare Germany.
No one will care, Klaus. No one will ever know.
It's better for you now.
Einzugtruppe, Achtung! Bereit! Zielen!
Long live our sacred Germany!
Einzugtruppe, Achtung!
Our Führer Adolf Hitler.
Zielen!
Sieg heil.
Men and women of Germany, I don't know how many times plans and attempts have been made to assassinate me. If I speak to you today, it is first of all so that you should hear my voice and know that I am unhurt and well. And secondly, that you should know of a crime unparalleled in German history. A very small clique of ambitious and unscrupulous, and at the same time criminal and stupid officers, concocted a plot to remove me, and with me, the staff of the High Command of the Wehrmacht. The bomb, planted by Colonel Count Stauffenberg, exploded 2 meters from me, but in spite of
I heard
this,
the radio, Mama.
I am uninjured.
Listen, Mama. It's so
This is a
quiet.
confirmation of the
Papa
task
said it would be
imposed upon me
quiet.
by Providence. The circle of these conspirators